Come on then, the lads. Sorry I was I 10 minutes late? I was 9 minutes late. Yeah, got home from the gym later than I thought. Cook food very quickly to be able to come on here. It's, 9 minutes past 8, lads. Sorry for the delay. Hope you're all doing super, super well. Thursday evening, lads. And it's rival season, isn't it? It's actually rival season. How are we all getting on? in the old daily rival head-to-heads. Why can't I be in my lineups, wouldn't it? I put out one for the Barcelona game, obviously. I'm actually playing against PK, funnily enough, and my girlfriend Beth. So, yeah, I am currently losing to her by 1 point. Lads, I'm just going to catch up with the chat. Quinny, what's going on, mate? Weasel Mont's in the building. Scott Marshall, what's going on, lads? Ben, Yonatan, member for 2 months. Let's go. Super excited for this. Appreciate it a lot, mate. Let me know how the quality is, lads. I fiddle around with the settings a little bit, and let me know if it's better quality. Maybe you can't tell. Always waiting for Harry. If he doesn't have his dressing gown on, we riot, right? Should I get my dressing gown on? Let me get my dressing gown on. Dressing gown. What's going on, lads? We're on. There we go. How's that look? Just for you, Weasel Mont. David, what's going on, mate? He mixed it up one. He thought I was going to mix it up and go for a onesie. I don't actually own a onesie, to be fair. Harry's probably just practicing how to score bangers at Anfield. Yonatan, that doesn't take practice, mate. That's just pure luck. Daniel Cooper, what's going on, mate? I'm talking to Dito. Jordan, thank you for being a member for the last 2 months, mate. Really do appreciate it. Dave Richard, Weaselmont, I've already said hello to you. You don't get another one, Weaselmont. Ralph, what's going on, mate? Callum Davison, what's going on? Christoph, however we're going to pronounce it. Quality is good. Good evening, mate. Oh, I love that. Thank you, mate. Drake, I captain Rafina. If I sub him, he will... If I sub him, will it captain who I sub or leave him captain? Good question, Drake. I actually don't know, mate. I really don't know. There's only one way to find out. David Alves, what's going on, mate? And Mohammed the GOAT. What's going on, mate? Lads, really do appreciate all of you being here. Genuinely. Means a lot. Big, big time. And we've got a massive, massive game week ahead of us, haven't we? It's just nice to just know that there's... multiple leagues playing for once. Feels like it's been a while since we've been able to say that, to be honest. And yeah, man, there's some interesting matchups. Obviously, I went through with Ledinho in the week. There's some really interesting matchups. Obviously, PSV, Bayern, Feyenoord, Benfica, all with incredible home fixtures. Sporting are up there, albeit away from home, which is interesting. Obviously, Galatasaray played tonight. Excuse me again. Didn't Ataroglu, or however you pronounce his name, didn't he get sent off? I'm pretty sure I saw that. Napoli, even though I think that's a bit of a catfish fixture personally. Obviously the African Cup of Nations as well, which is interesting. Loads of home matches on the sort of top 15 odd. Obviously we'll go through this with Quinny tomorrow, but it is Christopher in English. Interesting. Chris is fine. Okay, we'll take it. PK actually made a team. Did PK actually make a team though? I don't think he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. Anyone else getting crazy pick scores in 270? My suggestions are like 98 and 100. Jesus, Ben, something's got to be wrong there. Surely to God, that feels way too high. And you know why Rafinha went off? I have him in limited. Was it an injury? Was it bad? I'm not sure, mate. To be honest, I could have a little look for you. Maybe on Twitter. Always likes to give us this information quite quickly, like the Barcelona sources. Let's have a little look for you. Let's have a little look. I'm sure. Oh, there's my Juan Larios, who's been injured for 431 days, likely to be out for the rest of the season and maybe longer. Amazing stuff. Oh, here we go. Relax, boys. I have... Oh, is that actually him? Is that actually him? Relax, boys. I have a hamstring injury and won't be for my entire life. Whenever I am good, hopefully you able to see? During this time, I've trained with the team and found myself in a good level, so it's no panic, and please don't retire me at 20. I can do 127 rehabs if needed. Surely that's not him, is it? Maybe it is, actually. Yeah, I think it actually is him. Fair enough. Yeah, Rafinha. Let's see if we can find the Rafinha stuff. Rafinha. I can go Barca center. This should help us out. Pedri is warming up. We're off for the second half. No, nothing on there yet. But I'll definitely update you if anything else comes about. But that's not ideal because I have Rafinha as well. Should we sub him out? Should we sub him? How do we sub him? Here we go. Make a substitution. Let's get rid of Rafinha. And let's bring in my Pedri. Let's do it. Why not? There we go. Pedri season, boys. Okay. Catching up with the chat. Sorry. Midweek is so bad. 1 Champion Europe game. 2 Challenger and AFCON. Yeah, I've got nothing for midweek, to be fair, Dave. Muscular, David says, with Rafinha. Thought on Go Ahead Eagles. Can confirm if you sub your captain, the player who places him becomes the captain. Interesting stuff. Appreciate that, Daniel. Hope you're all good, mate. Minaj scored 2 late goals in 8-9 minutes extra time. That misses today's game. So confused. Ooh, that is weird. That is weird. Okay. Right, so we'll leave rivals alone for a little bit, lads. We are going to get into some lineup building. Obviously, it's Thursday. Only right to get into some lineup building. So we're just going to do what we usually do. And we're going to start with, I think Yonatan got his lineups in first. We've got All-Star Limited. We've got Under 23 and Prem Specialist. So you know what? We're just going to get straight into things with Yonatan's lineups. I think we've got like 24-ish, times 3 roughly lineups to build. So we've got like 60, 70 odd lineups to build, which would be fun. And yeah, lads, we're just going to get straight into it. No messing around. All-Star Limited then for Yonatan. Jan Sommer is, well, looks very good as a pick score. 14.5% XP is very, very tasty as well. Mamadashvili away to Cadiz feels nice as well. Inter away to Monza. Philip Jorgensen, Las Palmas are pretty decent. Ronald, very low L15. And then obviously Silesome. Going to probably want to avoid that, aren't we? Show us your lineups for the upcoming game week. I'll be honest, I've only made 1 or 2 of them. I'll only have maybe 3 or 4. But obviously, yeah, I haven't actually built them. I know the one in my head. Well, actually, I'll show you the one. Let me just show you the one first, because I'm actually quite excited for that one. So I've built my... Actually, I can't really show you them. Well, I could show you, but... let me get rid of these. Road to Glory comes out tomorrow, lads. I filmed it today, and I've edited half of it. But that will be for tomorrow. But yeah, as far as my best lineup for the weekend, it basically looks like this. It kind of picks itself. Timber was a AAA, but now he's down to a AA, which is not fun. And the same for Savio. Savio was a AAA, so this is not looking as impressive as before. But I'm thinking of going something like that, basically. Yonatan says he might use Yavandro in 220. Okay, I don't mind it. That is probably my best lineup there, Mohammed. Teasing the RTG. Yeah, I know. I kind of teased the one of the starting teams there. I've only got 3 this weekend for the RTG, but this is the best lineup I can build out of the rest of the boys. Lewandowski just scored, I've heard. Lewandowski has just scored. I have him in my lineup on Rivals. Do I get to win a... Sorry, lads, we're all over the place tonight, but do I get to win anything because of that? Because I feel like maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's see. Rivals. It hasn't updated yet, but I think Levan just scored. Trying to pick up a Timber myself. You love where I'm going with my gallery, Harry. Weezerman, you are definitely going deep into the under 23 trenches, aren't you? I've got a funny feeling. Okay, back to Yonatan's lineup build, lads. We've dilly-dallied enough. Sorry, Yonatan. Sorry, lads in general. But Mohammed asked to see, my lineups. I had to grant his wish. Lewandowski. 1-0. Who got the assist, Daniel? Okay, let's go then. So, All-Star limited. Obviously, Sommer feels like the obvious play, so we'll just throw him in for now. I don't think there's much competition there. We've got Blind away to Almeria, which isn't actually too bad. Pereira away to Cov. Okay. Sylvan Widmer. What a throwback this guy is, by the way. I used to really like Sylvan Widmer. Well, I still like him, but... Okay. Decent player, Sylvan Widmer. Pereira feels like the play. Cov is a tough place to go, mind. It's not easy. But Leicester are very, very good. Isco, what's going on, mate? Isco, we definitely need you on the pod, by the way. I was supposed to record the pod today with Feder. Unfortunately, he had some in real life issues to take care of. So yeah, he couldn't do the pod today. But Isco, we need you on the pod, basically, is what I'm getting at. So yeah, whenever you can, please, and whenever Feder can, I guess, we need to get this pod done because yeah, Argentinian League is coming pretty soon. Gundo got the assist, fair enough. Tanya says we are battering Leicester. No worries. I mean, you might batter them in possession. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, I can't really see it. I think Leicester have this wrapped up personally. Chase says strong game week for matchup. Do you think the players to put your strongest lineup in All-Star or fade to 270 or something along those lines? I think it depends on, you know, how good the 5 matchups are for those 5 players that we're talking about. But if we're saying they're like very, very strong, I'd go into All-Star, mate. Genuinely, I'd go and try your luck there, to be honest. Isco says, yeah, I'm available anytime already, sorting it with Feder. Perfect stuff. Mr. Zuban, how many points do you realistically need in Rivals to win something? I have 323 and Pedri on 0, so I don't know. It depends, like, you know, what your... like, the Rivals is like a 1v1, isn't it? So it's all on what the other person's got. If he has 350 points, then... you know, he's obviously going to beat you. But I don't know what the other person has in that sense. Yeah, Daniel said it right there. I'm going to skip defenders for now. I'm not really too in love with any of them. Goodmanson seems like a very nice play. He's on fire right now and obviously doesn't fit under 23. So I feel like that has to be a thing in there for us. Malik Tillman could be interesting. I think Play Sharper fancies him to play, doesn't he? Or the Play Sharper guy at least. Yeah, Tillman's at 70. I kind of don't mind that, to be honest. But we've got under 23 that he could fit into. So we don't necessarily need to play him there. I think Kengizunda was rested, wasn't he, last game? So he could be a shout for Fenner. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe not. Interesting. Okay. So let's fade Kengizunda then. For now. Harry will be watching tomorrow's vid, but just want to say hello and have a good stream, mate. Appreciate that, Tom. I really, really do, mate. And yeah, obviously we'll do your lineups if you've submitted them. And yeah, mate, really do appreciate you popping in. And yeah, catch you tomorrow, mate. Okay, forwards. Kingsley Coman. What is wrong with Kingsley Coman? Why has 74% of people or users said he's not playing? He's at 70. Okay. Any news? Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. Robert Scarve. Hey, guys. Tuchel announced Kimmich, who played Revive. Yeah. Coleman is also back, and I'd guess he'd start against Hoffenheim again. Okay. So, I'd have to say... I've got to say Coleman in here, regardless of the Sorare data... percentage. I think he has to play in here. I still think Pereira's a play, to be honest. To be fair, though, could we go Davies? Could go Davies. Depends. I guess that'll depend on, what we... Well, yeah, no, you know what? We'll go Pereira. And then as our extra player, we'll go... I'm going to save Tillman for under 23s. Paulina could be a decent shout. Arnaus, he didn't score very well last game, did he? Or was it the game before that? Yeah. Don't know what it is with Arnaus. I don't know what it is that's stopping me from wanting to play him, but Rajot could be an interesting one. He's a good player. Very good player. One of Sam Ty's favourites there. John McGinn away to Everton. Not bad. Not bad. Zion Fleming. Not really. Barrero, Kaz. Brennan, maybe. Some good options. Coleman over Malik. Yeah, you've got to play Coleman. Like, you just do. Because if you don't play Coleman here, you're not going to play him in under 23s, are you? So, I don't know. I think you're going to have a strong under 23 team as well. And I don't think playing Coleman here is much worse than playing Tillman, to be honest, at all. I know the matchup's obviously way better, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Tillman's going to outscore Coleman. So, yeah, I'm quite happy. I think Coleman has to play in here. Excuse me. And then, does Paulinho get in? Maybe, but I'm not in love with that idea, to be honest. Blind. I mean, the Benfica matchup is insane. I think it would be stupid for us not to. I know Arnaus has been a bit hot and cold. But something like that, well, actually, you've probably got Captain Coleman, haven't you? Yeah, TG said, Jack, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. Quinny said, what did I miss? You haven't really missed too much, mate, to be honest. We just had a look at rivals, and obviously Lewandowski scored and whatever. But yeah, we're just doing some lineup building, nothing too crazy. And yeah, I'm just trying to decide here on who should be the captain pick, Coleman or Goodmanson. Goodmanson's been ridiculous recently, so I feel like he might have to be the play, to be honest. I'm going to go with that for now. Under 23 limited is going to look something like Mamadashvili. We're going to go Alphonso Davies. We're going to go definitely Malik Tillman up front. Proper. Final, they're just going to batter. They're just going to batter. Well, I say batter. They'll give him a good game, NEC, actually, but I'm not in love with it at all. But will he do okay with duels 1 and stuff? Like, can I see him? Like, I just worry about, like, we're seeing, like, this sort of game from him where, like, just nothing happens, basically. They just get absolutely pumped. Is the big issue. Yeah, I can't risk a Dirk Proper here. I cannot do it. Got, what's Arthur saying? Got L15 of 60 and Cap 220. That's good going if you've got that. That's not easy to do at all. Do we back Andy Moran? Do we back Andy Moran for Blackburn? It's away to West Brom. Oh, he's 95% on. Okay. I'm just not in love with any of these options. Like, we're not sure what happens with Enzo, are we? Is the issue. Do we go Barrero? He's just been told he's leaving, though. Well, he's leaving at the end of the season. It might have to be Moran. Nothing else is looking at me there at all. And then probably Cass. Problem is, you've got too many good forwards. You need another mid. You've got like Kulu, Brennan, Tillman, all forwards. Obviously, if Enzo is playing, that'd be great. You've got Jorgen Larsson in there as well, who's obviously a good option. But midfielders, I just feel like we're lacking a little bit of quality. Yonatan's missing Gloch. Yeah, that is an issue. That does bring this team down a little bit, to be honest. Otherwise, like, if there was a really good mid in here, we could be cooking something. I'm not saying it won't cook anything, but it does make it a little that bit more difficult. Do you fancy Kulu away to United? I don't know. I don't know if I'm in love with that. It's either Kaz or Brennan for me. It's either Kaz or Brennan. You know what? We're going to have to go for it. I'm going to go Brennan. Captain Tillman. It's still a very good team. Still a very good team. I don't think it's not at all. I think it's a good team. And then Prem Specialist, is it? So that's Leno in goal. It'll be Robinson, Paulina, Kulu, and Big John McGinn. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's a tough captain choice. Captain McGinn, he's most decisive, capable outside of like Kulu, but we kind of don't have a choice with Kulu. Yonatan, those are my lineups for you, mate. Genuinely think, they are pretty strong, if we're being honest. They just are. The Moran one, even though I'm a big Moran fan, it's not an easy game away to West Brom. But 2 forwards, though, if Brennan can get on that score sheet in some way, penalty, 1 assist, whatever, you're looking at, a nice little 70 plus easy. Tillman, you just need him to completely smash. Davis, obviously, Friday Curse could come and bite him, but what can you do? Can't do anything about that. I'm just going to sneeze a minute, lad. Sorry. Bless me. So, Yonatan, those are your lineups, mate. I hope you're happy with them. I know, the Coleman situation, but I think that has to be the play. To be honest. The matchup's kind of too good to not do it. Okay, Mohammed. It's time for Mohammed to shine. All-Star Limited, Champ Europe, and then Premier League Winter Comp. Been waiting ages for this. Also, Madrid won't show on SD, but if you fancy any of them to do well, put them in. Yeah, sounds good. If we, I'm in that situation as well, obviously, Mohammed, where, obviously I have a couple of those Real Madrid boys, and, yeah, I'm only going to use them if, I'm low on a position of some sort. If we've got better alternatives, then, we'll definitely try and go with them. No worries at all, Yonatan. Mo Ali Cho going to Nice and me having a great collection in Sociedad makes me kind of hyped, to be honest. Hope he smashes. I hope he really smashes. He's so talented, Ralph. He should, going back to France and stuff, that should be good for him. TG says, is All-Star under 23 Prem Specialist your usually priority list at the moment? Yonatan, I guess that's a question for you, mate. Okay, All-Star Limited then. We've got Granada's goalkeeper. We've got Gregor Kobel away to Darmstadt. Golini, you've got to back that Golini fixture, haven't you? Really? Salernitana at home. Is Kofi on to start for Burkina Faso? I assume he is the keeper for them, isn't he? But don't say we don't have Burkina Faso predictions. What's the thoughts on that, lads? Anyone know anything about the Burkina Faso situation as far as who's down to start for them? I assume it's Kofi, isn't it? Let's have a look on SofaScore. I'd assume it's him, but I don't know. I really, really don't know. Let's have a look. No, it looks like it's this guy. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like Kofi is the number one, actually. Oh, maybe he is. I don't know. He played in the last World Cup qualifier. Interesting. Is he injured? Do we have a reason why Kofi wouldn't play? Because that is the matchup. If we can play him, he's the matchup we want, Mohammed. Have you got any idea about that one? But we'll move on for now. Schlotterbeck, Di Lorenzo, Hummels, Romani, Jesus. Okay, so we've got the Napoli boys. We've got Pivotti. I guess he's moved, has he? Pivotti. Yeah, he plays in Liga MX now. Okay. Okay, Mararui, Trippier, Bentabini, interesting. Bentabini could be an interesting play. Oh, I guess not. I thought he would have started for these. Oh, yeah, he is playing centre-back. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, TG, like I ask my members, what priority they want their lineups to be built in, if that makes sense. I don't decide them, the members do, if that makes sense. Okay, Julian Brandt, we've got Sarah Waiter Hull, Jordi Classy, Kudus. Kudus could be the play. Golini, Bruno, and Guisa. I think he starts. He got a slight injury last league game. That's why he didn't play the friendlies. Interesting. So you're saying there's risk there, basically, Mohammed, aren't you? I would say. Which, if this is your priority lineup, I don't really. And you could argue I risked a little bit with the Coleman thing, but the fact that we don't have predicted lineups for Burkina Faso makes things a little bit tricky, doesn't it, for us? So, yeah, I'm a little bit skeptical of that then. We're going to go Kudus in here. We've got Fulkrig. We've got Politano. I think Politano, what did I read? Something about a contract situation with Politano, maybe? Can't remember exactly what it was. But Napoli need to get their arse in gear big time, by the way. I want to play him, but they're just not doing it right now. Raspadori. Ooh. Is Oshiman fine? Oshiman is fine. This could be an African Cup of Nations team of some sort. Away on international duty. He is going straight in there, by the way. Okay, defenders wise, I really like the Ben Sabini play. How well does he score for Algeria normally? Johnny said he's on 360 points on Rivals, made a sub and he lost 60 points. Ah, that's a killer. That is a killer. Do we ever get to see his scores for... okay. So we're going in blind a little bit on Remy Ben Sabini as far as what he scores for. I'm going to play it safe and go Schlotterbeck. Oh, it's a celebration edition as well. That's super cool. I am going to go Corbell as well because I do have to kind of partner them up. I can't play one without the other, especially when they're celebration edition. And then for the extra play, I am tempted to go Brandt. On set pieces, it's a good fixture away from home. I have a feeling they might score from a corner. I think something like that probably has to play. I mean, Sarah's a good shout as well. Let's have a little look at what Julian Brandt. Yeah, he's been on fire recently and away from home as well. Yeah, it's Brandt season, isn't it? And I would probably go and captain Brandt as well. It's a decent team. It's a very decent team. Okay, Prem. I've probably killed your Champ Europe now, haven't I? I've probably killed your Champ Europe hope. Obviously, Real Madrid players will fit into this as well. Lucas says, to get something out of Rivals, do you have to challenge someone? Yeah, I mean, to even play it, I think you have to challenge somebody. Or you can play the arena, of course. Yeah, I'm on 420 points in Rivals with Barca. Hopefully we'll stay there for fun. And lucky I didn't get the ticket for challenge. Is that the arena ticket, you mean, Christopher? Okay, let's go Galini, Di Lorenzo. We're obviously going to be able to play Real Madrid players in here as well, which will help, I think. Well, it obviously will help, but do we need to play them in that sense? Like, is Politano going to show up for us? Maybe. Maybe not. We might need him. we might need the Real Madrid boys to come in and save us here. Raspadori. Yeah, that's it, Callum. Obviously, you can't play the arena until you play a friendly. Yeah. Fulkrug, I mean, scores goals, definitely. He's been doing pretty well, hasn't he? Could go Fulkrug, and then maybe something like... Valverde was unbelievable last game, by the way. I'd maybe go something like Valverde and like Vinny or something. Just go, just kind of just go for it. Vinny or Rodrigo. Who would I fancy? I'd probably say, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's going to be a tough game against Barca, obviously. Like, it's not easy, but... I'd probably go Rodrigo. Captain Di Lorenzo, like easiest fixture in that sense. And go with something like that. And then Premier League Winter Comp. This will be fun to build. What we got here then? What have we got down here? So, the Bravka in goal. It is... I'm guessing it's Trippier. I mean, can't really do too much else. Can we? Trippier, Bruno, Gordon, Isak. Do you go double forward and just go for it against City and hope they combine? I mean, you're up against it either way. You don't want to go double defender against City, I don't think. I'd go with something like that. Do we think Chus starts? It's a tough one, Yonatan. I don't actually know. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because he actually could, on the basis of, Modric played really well, got an assist and stuff, but I think he was a bit knackered, they said. So Chus does have a chance of starting. I don't think he's like nailed, obviously, because he didn't play the last game. But I think the fact, because it went to extra time, even though Modric didn't go to extra time, I do think he has a decent shot of starting because of that reason, just like for rotational purposes. Mohamed, those are my lineups for you, mate. I think there's some really interesting lineups in there, to be honest. Up the Newcastle, obviously, against City. Oh, it's a chat. I didn't even realize it was a celebration edition brand as well. That's super cool. Very, very cool. Okay, Jordan is up next. I saw Jordan commented on my How to Play Rivals video earlier. So, Jordan, thank you for that comment, mate. It does really mean a lot to me. You were just watching the videos. We've got 2nd Division Europe first for Jordan, which I believe is... Where's 2nd Division? Come on then. 2nd Division Europe, we've got Cap 220 if possible, and then 240. Okay. We'll see how it goes. La Sonnaise at home. We've got Burnaby away. We've got... this Nico Ratti, who plays against Leganas. It's probably La Sonnaise, isn't it? So you bought some of the good players, didn't you? I remember. Gundo has cooked up 100. Ooh, let's have a look at how I'm looking. Evening, Harry. Hope you're all well, mate. From Mike of Pompey. Mike, what's going on, mate? Really appreciate you popping in. And I've just seen that I am beating my girlfriend by 2 points on Rivals, even though I made a sub. Come on, the Pedri boy. What a man. Even though she got her captain right. She even copied me with tiki-taka. We didn't even have that. Oh, if she gets more passes than me, though, she's going to beat me, isn't she? But I guess if we both have over 220, then we should be fine. Morley says, mate, I only really want 1, maybe 2 lineups built. I have an option of 12 players. No worries at all, Morley. If you've put it in the Discord, in the lineup building channel, in the members Discord, then, you'll obviously get your lineups built. If you haven't done that, go and do that now, basically, because otherwise it'd just be quite easy to forget. Just so we have that down. Ratti and Martin are 50-50. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that to the gods then. Wow, you got some really nice midfielder options. Colombarto's an incredible. I can't believe I didn't buy his rare, by the way, when I said I should have and I didn't. But anyway, it is what it is. We can't do anything about that now. Ooh, you got some good options this weekend. Very good options. Got to be Monfrey, hasn't it, at home? Is Monfrey going to start, though? Let's have a little look. Grenoble Foot, is that who he plays for? Yeah. I'm nearly last, though. Well, that's fine, Molly. I appreciate you popping it in. Monfrey's down to start. Yeah, we'll obviously get to yours when we do, and we'll take it from there. Got a back Cabal. I think he's got off the boil a little bit. Yeah, last 2 games hasn't been as punchy, but it is a very good matchup. So we're gonna back him. We're gonna go Colombarto to captain us, or do we go Monfrey? Let's have a look. It's got to be Monfrey, hasn't it? The guy's just a joke. Monfrey captain. Light work. It was a very easy lineup to build, that one. I've got to be honest. Okay, 220 limited then. Let's see how... Let's update his common cards just in case anything needs updating. Okay. What have we got going on here then? Mandanda wait at home to Nice, sorry. Neuer. It all depends on what do we do with the... where are we going to play the common card? Are we going to use it as our keeper? Are we going to use it as our outfield player? So, I guess that's the big contemplation, isn't it? Where do we play the extra player, or the common player? There's a DMP common goalkeeper for Ghana in there. Ooh, okay. Well, that'll make my life a bit easier. There's a DMP common as well for Ghana. I thought I read goalkeeper there. Sorry. Who is the Sabali? Yeah. Oh, it says muscle injury though. Is that something I should be worried about? Because I've bought his rare actually, randomly enough. But okay. Yeah, for Senegal, isn't it? Not Ghana, I believe. So if we can do that then that obviously helps us out big time. We've got Bernabeu away. I mean, if you want this lineup to be, more competitive than the 240, then we'd have to go Bernabeu in here then, wouldn't we? And then we go hide common cards because we don't need our commons anymore. And then we go could be Alexander. See if we can fit in. Yeah, no, don't need to be sorry, Jordan. Don't need to be sorry at all. Silla, we've got Moses Simon. Is Moses Simon on to start for Nigeria? That would be an interesting one. He's 75%. Okay. We've got Silla. We've got Alvaro Jimenez, who is a very decent player. He could be a shout in here. Oh, bless me. We've got 75 points left. Jesus Christ, we can do anything we want here. Silla's been on fire. I'm just going to take these AirPods out. I don't need these AirPods in. Rodez away, though, for Pau isn't the most ideal of matchups, is it, to be honest? Lafont away to Bastia. I'm not too in love with that either. Arbila's a shout. Arbila's definitely a shout, but it is a tough game. I mean, I want to play Moses Simon, to be honest, and just go 2 forwards and just go all-out attack. Maybe even captain him. Or am I just pushing it too far there? I mean, it's a great matchup. But, yeah, you know what? We'll play a bit safer. We'll go Jimenez captain. We'll do it that way. And then, obviously, for 240, the goalkeeper's going to, potentially hurt us here, isn't it? Because like you said, you don't know what is going to go on with those two players. Let's have a look. So Ratty's down at, the first guy, but it could be Daniel Martin. Okay, well we'll play Ratty first then. Thing is, his L15 is stupidly high as well, isn't it? So that doesn't help anybody. With the 240 keepers, a 50-50 shout. Okay. Well, I've heard this Hamdi guy's going to play, isn't he, for Egypt. He was down at like 75% when I last saw it. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's down to play. Right, we'll play him then because we need the low L15. See if we can fit Silla in, and then let's see what we can do here. Do we have somebody? Is Mandy going to play for Algeria? He could be the shout. Yeah, he is down to start. So let's go Mandy, and we've got 40 points left. Can we fit anyone in? No, we can't. Oh, so he thinks Martin comes back. Okay, well, if that's the case, then we've got extra points now then. We'll do something like that and just go, maybe just go Pampin. Captain, you got probably Captain Silla. Hope he just smashes. I would do something like that, Jord. Second Division Limited is really, really strong. 220 is obviously strong because of Saibali. And yeah, 240 if obviously Martin plays, then you're in with a chance, aren't you? So yeah, hope you enjoy those lineups, mate. Hope they come in. I'll come up trumps for you, mate. And then we've now got Donny 19, David Taylor, mate. What's going on? 2 lineups for David. All-Star Super Rare. Okay, I like building All-Star Super Rare teams. And then either 270 or 240. Sounds good. No worries at all, John. Okay, so goalkeeper-wise, we've got a lovely matchup in Yanez. I'm guessing you went out and bought this guy after we had the discussion. Some very interesting scores, to be fair. So he's going to fit straight in there, isn't he? Okay. Let's go, David. I knew you'd be in the chat. Love that, mate. Joe Roden. You know Joe Roden's going to play well against Cardiff. You just know it. Obviously, X1s. You just know it for a fact that he's going to play well. 100%. Barcelona just scored again. I've just had a notification. Was it Pedri? Because that would be fun for my my rivals lineup. Okay, midfielders. Oh, you bought Arnaus. Interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. Ronnie Lopez at home. Yeah. Who scored? Who scored? It was Lamine Yamal. Okay. Got Alexander down here. We've got Kara away. I think you've got to play Arnaus here. Well, what's the news on Rakitic? Are they having him to start? 75. Felix assist. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, what are we thinking about Rakitic? 75% on to play. Or, do we play it sort of safe? And, I mean, it's safer to go with like a, to go with Arnaus. But Rakitic with set pieces. Who have we got up front first? Pulisic at home to Roma is probably the play. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Rakitic, like, am I being blinded because I'm seeing only 75 on Play Sharper? Maybe. I do really want to play Rakitic in that sense. But the last couple of games have been shite, haven't they? Yonatan says, by the way, Harry, Joe Willis on auction going for €254 with 7.5 hours to go. €110 from my buy already. Yeah, mate. Honestly, Yonatan timed the market, timed the MLS market so fucking well. Like, ridiculously well. Yeah, fair play, mate. Honestly. Obviously, we did that. We did the member stream, didn't we? The, what was it? The gallery review, and it was literally after that day, wasn't it? You basically went, let's go. I'm going straight into it. So yeah, fair play, mate, to you, taking yeah, taking the chance while it was there, price wise, and you're reaping the rewards. It seems like. So fair play to you, man. I'm buzzing for you, genuinely. Very, very happy for you. Okay, Kara's gone off the boil a little bit. Is Rakitic our sort of secret weapon, or is it Veritout? I mean, it's a little bit more consistent for me, Veritout here. Home fixture, Strasbourg, Marseille playing well. He's 90 on. I think that's the type of player I'd want to be playing here, to be honest, over like worrying about Rakitic and if Sevilla are going to do anything, because as we know, Sevilla are struggling right now. Interesting one, though, is captain choice, to be honest. You know, like I want to say Joe Rodon, but like Cardiff are decent. I'm not saying he won't score well. I think he's going to have a stormer. I think you've got a captain Rodon. Cara having a bit of a stinker recently after dropping slightly deeper. My mids are my strongest this weekend, I feel. Yeah, definitely got to go 2 mids here. 100%. Like, Veritout's got to play for me. And then Arnaut's fixture's so good. Like, he just has to get one decisive, one little cheeky assist or something. I think we're flying. Tangleberry, I had Felix and Yamal in rivals. Neither started, but Yamal scored and Felix got the assist. You've smashed that, mate. Fair play. You've smashed it. Alexandra's definitely an option as well. Don't get me wrong. But again, he's kind of gone off the boil a little bit. And I'm just a bit worried. So that would be what I would go with there. And then I think you've always got to secure the threshold before anything else. So I'm going to go for a 240, hopefully, and see what we can bring in. Could be is it a 2-turn and Kevin Trapp defensive stack, and hope that kind of bangs. Go Rakitic. Shea Adams gonna play? Surely not. Maybe he does, but I didn't think he would. Daniel's cooking in rivals with that Felix assist. 469 points. That's huge, by the way. That is massive. Yeah, Shea Adams isn't on to start, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything terrible. Days, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining us. What is Maxwell? Is Maxwell Cornet going to do anything for Ivory Coast? What is going to go on over here? Let's have a look. Cote d'Ivoire. Isn't on to start. Okay. Also, have I missed mine? No, you haven't missed yours, to be honest, Tangleberry. You're all good. You've not missed it at all, mate. You're fine. What about Thomas Henry? Does he fit? Comes off the bench and gets things going. We're probably going to have to go with something like that, aren't we? Over. To be fair, Shea Adams does come off the bench and does a bit as well. You've got to fancy Shea Adams, haven't you, to come off the bench and give us something. And then as our extra player, it's either Lopez or Alexander, isn't it? Just not Daniel Cooper, Johnny said. That's funny. Yeah, what do we do about... Let's have a look at this Tenerife lineup first. I don't think this team's good enough to go into 270 personally. That's why I've obviously made it a 240. David Taylor says Che Adams 4 and 7, Henry 3 and 6. Yeah, they're both obviously coming off the bench and tucking, aren't they? But I think that obviously the Southampton matchup, you've probably just got to back that a little bit more, I would say. Not to say the Thomas Henry matchup isn't great, but you know what I'm saying. It's not as good. What am I looking for? Tenerife. So we've got Alexander at 65, Ronnie Lopez at 90. Okay. I've got to go low. I've just got to go Lopez, and haven't I? Captain Rakitic. 27-0 in rivals. DD is so far. GG's DD. Very good going. David, those are my lineups for you, mates. I really like the All-Star Super. I think it's fucking really strong. Going with the only away player as the captain, though. I think he's just gonna really play well against Cardiff. You know what Joe Rodon's gonna be like. And then the 240, if they can keep Leipzig quiet, Stuttgart, which is Frankfurt, sorry, which won't be easy. that 240 might have a sniff at something. But the All-Star Super is really fun, to be fair. So, yeah. Be interesting to see what you come up with, David, as far as, your matchups go. Alex Kums is next, though. 240 and 220 if possible. If not, whatever you think I should prioritize. Okay. Tangleberry, you are after this, by the way. Depster, you're after that. Drakester after that. And then Motadace, then Rizle, THJ, Die Rich, Noxy, Elias, me, SSV, Ben, Conor Aspall, Shamrock Rovers, Chus, and then CM74, Scamu, DD, and then Daniel Jaquil. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Nice, mate. Nice, mate. Take those all day. I also had Ronan as captain. As I can see, I have a massive game for him. Thanks, mate. No worries at all, David. Genuinely, really play. Honestly, I love building your lineups. They're just really fun to do. Okay. What have we got going on next then? Alex Coombs wants 240 and 220. Leno and Angus Gunn. Well, I think you got to go Leno in here. Lower L15, Chelsea. And yeah. Sorry, let me just scroll back up. Right, okay. Defense, Sule feels like the play there. If he's starting, though, is my issue. I assume he is, but I don't know. He is on to start. Okay. Well, then Sule definitely goes in there at 44. Mark Roker could be a play at 48. Like, I would play Ben Chief, but I just don't think he has a great game against Leicester, to be honest. Dembele's a play there. New manager bounce, maybe. Eric Garcia. Jonathan Rowe. My girlfriend just texted me. Did I beat her? Did I win? I won! Let's go. Sorry, Beth, if you're watching. What a win. 8-point win. She had one more pass than me, but unfortunately that didn't matter. Pedri came on to save the day. And I beat PK as well. What can I say, lads? I'm 2 for 2. Let me collect one of my challenges. Where's it to? First Rivals win. Let's go. I've unlocked Arena. 5+ Arena tickets. Earn reputation points by defeating rivals in the arena. Do you get anything for winning these? I don't think you get anything for winning those, but I think if you go on certain streaks in the arena, as far as going a couple, 5, 10, I don't know how many games, but so many unbeaten, then you can, you can win things. There's reward boxes and stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Okay. Other player, who are we gonna go for? Jonathan Rowe, way to Hull. Maybe, but Norwich are stinking right now. Sorry if there's any Norwich fans watching. Antonio Christian, that could be a shout. Is he down to start? Away to Levante. Antonio Christian. He's 85. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll captain Sula. It's a very good 240 team, by the way. Al, if you're watching. And then 220 then. What can we do with this? I guess everyone's using that that player hack, aren't they? I guess with the what's his name? The Senegalese defender. I feel like that's probably the play, isn't it, this weekend? Like for 220s and stuff. This might be a tough to get 220 out of this. We might be able to, but might be a squeeze unless we can do that. You need to get that Saibali guy in here, basically. So we could do the so we can do it, basically, because otherwise it's tough. Oh, Christopher just gifted a member. Christopher, that means the absolute world to me, mate. Thank you so much. And it looks like Ian has snapped up the membership. Ian Sorare, welcome on board, mate. Christopher, honestly, that means so much to me, genuinely. I think MU, the last person to gift a member was MUFC player. I can't remember the name exactly, but MU, if you're watching, you know who you are. And yeah, really do appreciate that, Christopher, honestly. That means a lot to me. But yeah, welcome, Ian. Welcome, mate. Okay. Probably got to go Dennis Apaya. So Alex Kums, I'm basically telling you to go out and get that Sabali guy in defense to make this 220 work. I think he plays for Real Betis. You know, you just get him on the, get a common version of him. Christopher said you're doing great work, mate. Oh, honestly, Christopher, it genuinely means so much to me. You saying that. Genuinely very, very kind of you. So Alex Kums. Those are your lineups, mate. Tangleberry next. He wants rare 240 and 220. So let's get cracking. Looks like we've got one goalkeeper, which is always nice. It doesn't really need us to give many contemplations to that. Oh, and this is the Almeria City stack that you were telling me about. I mean, they play Volendam, so this is the week for it to come in, really. Even though it's away from home. Sorry, need to drop off the stream. Dave Richard says, we'll catch up in the morning. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dave. I do really appreciate that, mate. And yeah, no worries at all, mate. Hope you have a good night's sleep. Christopher says, we'll try to give random memberships from time to time for my support. Honestly, Christopher, what you've done already is more than enough. Genuinely. It really does mean a lot to me. Coop Miners. Is this baby Coop Miners? I'm guessing it's... I can't think of his first name, but I'm guessing this is Coop Miner's younger brother. 54 L15. I think we can afford to probably get him in there, can't we? This Thomas Robinette fella seems pretty good. Good AA scores as well. And we're spending 50 on him. Okay, so it gives us 87. We might have to be a little bit conservative here then with what we've got left. Okay. How is Joey Jacobs scoring? Pretty well from he plays centre back, right back. Okay. Let's have a look at where he's predicted to play this weekend first before we make a decision. Let's have a look. Okay, so he might play right centre back in a 3 or a 5. He's 70% on. Okay. Doesn't fill me with too much confidence. What about this Florence guy? Is he on to play? He is. Cyril Florence. Okay. So we could go him, and then that leaves us with 48 points. That then means we could go Joey Jacobs. We could go this other guy who's supposed to play at the back as well. This one. Loic Mbeso. That would kind of work as well, wouldn't it? Sander Berg, Joey Jacobs. I think, but how is his scores looking though? I mean, yeah, his AA is all over the place is the issue. But if there's a game where he could outscore his L15, it's probably this game. Interesting. Like if we go Joey Jacobs and he doesn't play, that'll just annoy me. So I'm gonna play it safe. Coop Miners is the captain. Captain Coop feels like the right thing to do. And then we'll go into 220 then. So Pex Wall as our goalkeeper. We've got to go with the guy that we think's going to play, and that seems to be Van La Parra. What a name that is as well. rolls off the tongue. Van La Para. Beautiful name. Is Johan... Oh. Congrats on the victory. I just got an email. Well, not an email. A push notification from Sorare to say that, yeah, I won my first friendly. On my phone, by the way. You wouldn't see that on the screen. 57 points left then. What does that mean we can do? Really? Because everyone else seems to be not playing. Is Sanderberg down to play? Maybe. Ian says, big thanks to Christopher. Thanks for the gifted membership. Big up, Harry. Need to catch up on stream. Busy just now. No worries at all, Ian. No worries at all, mate. Yeah, what's going on with Burnley? Oh, Sanderberg 70 on. Okay. Let's throw Sander in then. Why not? And you know what? We'll captain him. It's a 220. You know, it is what it is. Tangleberry, that's a decent 240 team. I really hope the threshold comes in for you there, mate. Very good team. Let's just hope Volendam shit the bed, which they very easily could. Alex Kums, even and everyone, what have I missed? Alex, you literally just missed your lineups. Like, I did them just before Tangleberry. So scroll back like 10 minutes. But yeah, I can show you them right now, Alex. Actually, yeah. Don't scroll back. I'll just show you them right now. I do need you to go out and get a common. So that's the 240. The 220, I need you to go out and get a, I think his name's Sabali. Sabali, he plays for Senegal. And he has an L15 of 0. And he plays for Real Betis. So go into the draft and draft him in, basically. And he's an L15 of 0, which will fit in nicely there. Which will allow you to play that 220, mate. So, yeah. Right, Depster. It is Depster time. All-Star Premier League / La Liga specialist. Choose league I like more than Champion Europe. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. So, All-Star first then. All-Star first. Jose Caro. Cheers, Harry. Alex says, no worries at all, mate. No problem at all. Edison Castiles. By the way, Christopher. I didn't realize you're Despa. Different YouTube name. So here, can't wait to see what you cook. Oh, I didn't know that, Christopher. That's a really nice surprise. I really didn't expect it. Okay, All-Star Limited then. Alexi Garcia, Rodrigo, John McGinn, Renato Tapia. Who's this guy? Defender? Centre mid. Some decent scores there. Definitely outscores his L15. Well, I say definitely. Has a good chance of outscoring his L15. Jamiro Montero, what a player. MLS legend. Away to Ghana, though, that's tough. It's not easy. Okay. I mean, Garcia's the obvious one. It's very hard for me not to want to play him. And obviously Rodrigo, or Rodri. They're probably going to be the two mids. I'm just kind of checking over what are they expecting Man City to look like then this weekend with, like, everyone back, basically, right? So they've got... Okay. Alvarez at 75. Yeah, Rodrigo's nailed. You've got to play Rodrigo. Rodri. Rodri has to play in here. Alvarez is, down at 75. I guess Haaland's still a bit injured, isn't he? Questionable, yeah. Okay. Dubrovic is I'd say more than likely going to start. We've got Mo Salah, though, in there. Salah has to play somewhere, doesn't he? Surely to God. Got to get Salah in. Big Nuhu. What a player. Daley Blind, Unai Nunez. Jose Gaia. Okay. Ruben Diaz. Is Diaz down to play? Diaz at 80. Okay. Botman. Piatowski's just moved to Granada, hasn't he? Yeah. Okay. Right, Leo. What's this guy saying? Defender. Decent scores. Home to Celta Vigo. Decent matchup, definitely. Obviously got Blind. Like, I want to go with Nuhu. But it's just hard, isn't it, with tournaments? I know I'm playing Salah, but Salah's obviously main man at Egypt. Like, I don't know. I just don't know if knew who's worth the risk. Where, like, if we go someone like a Blind, surely his passing stats are just incredible this weekend. You'd have to fancy him to do well away to Almira, surely. Decent scores. Let's have a look at last 5. Jose Matos has the best best AA average. Well, no, actually, it's Cordoba. Yeah, he probably has to play them for us, doesn't he? Looking at that, he's got to play. In goal is... Oh, we could go... Yes, now we're talking defensive stack. Valladolid aren't that good away from home, by the way. I mean, I only know that because I have Monchu and he doesn't really ever score that well for me. So I think I would do something like that. You've got a captain. You don't have to. It's either... Like, it depends if you think Salah's just going to completely rip it up, which he obviously could. He probably does, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Let's go Salah. Let's go Salah. And then Premier League or La Liga specialist. Let's see what we can do Premier League wise first. And then Champ Europe. Okay. Let's see what we can do Premier League wise. Premier League specialist then. So we can obviously go common keeper here, can't we? So we're going to use Edison. We've obviously got Diaz, Botman, Walker, Mickey van der Ven. Okay. John McGinn has to play then in there. Alvarez basically has to play here. And then you play Diaz. 54 left. Can't go McNeil. Could only go Mickey van der Ven. Is van der Ven... I know he's been injured, but he might be back, isn't he? Is what I've heard. Yeah, okay. That's a decent team. Could go Diaby, but it's probably not worth the risk. I'd probably captain Alvarez on set pieces. And then Champ Europe Limited looks something like... Do we go Blin Gazaniga? Let's do Blin Gazaniga. Tapia's been very decent. Dobrovic has to play. Dobvik, sorry, has to play. And then... Tiskankov. Probably. And just hope Girona smash. Could be the play, couldn't it? McNeil as well. McNeil's a decent shout. Should be easy for Girona. Yeah. Should be, but we all know football doesn't work that way. But yeah, you are right. There is a good chance that it does go quite that way. I'd go with something like that. I know we're leaving out Edison, which is annoying, but you know, we don't want, obviously you want to play him somewhere, you know, don't waste him. But, you know, if we're playing him here, I didn't want to play him again in here. You know, it's nice to mix things up, I think. But yeah, 3 defensive stacks, you know, goalkeeper, defender, goalkeeper, defender, goalkeeper, defender. I really like that personally. Yeah, with the, you know, with what, you know, that can come with if the clean sheet and stuff does come in, it can look pretty tasty. So, Christopher, big thanks obviously for that gifted membership to Ian, and yeah, secondly, I hope you enjoy those lineups, mate. Drake Star, okay. We've got limited 240 then, 220 and 270. Come on then. So we've got Kofi, who, you know, we think he starts. Like how that looks. Thanks. No worries at all. Despa, I'm going to call you just because that's what you are on Discord. Yeah, mate. Really do appreciate, you know, everything you did tonight, and hope the lineups come in nicely for you, mate. Okay, what can we do here then? Ooh, Cole Palmer. Nice. Okay. This could be a nice little play. Good AA scores. Sevilla, not really great right now. Bakawa, decent player. Bakwa, sorry. Kevin Gamero. Drioech, okay. Okay, I'm here for it. Yeah, we had Bakwa on looking up with Laird a couple games ago, to be fair. He could be a decent shout. Marseille, though, is a tough place to go. You'd have to fancy him to outscore that L15, though, to be honest. Even though it's, playing against Marseille, I would fancy him there. We've got Colwill, Scally. This could be the play. Warwick at home. I don't know, with Colwill, obviously a wicked player, but I don't know. Is he worthy of those L15 points? Maybe. Maybe he is. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. Cole Palmer. He's at 70%. He had a stinker midweek against Middlesbrough is my worry. I'm going to play this guy for now. And if we have enough points left, we'll go Palmer. Yeah. I mean, at worst case, we can't play Palmer because L15 doesn't allow us to. 54 points, though. Kayembe's not down to start, which is interesting. I think we still might have to play this guy. The Warwick guy. I'm not in love with the team. It's decent. It is decent. Obviously, we're hoping Kofi plays. If Kofi plays, it should be a clean sheet. But it's obviously if he plays, which Mohamed seems to think he will, which, that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to, but you know what I'm saying. There's definitely a good chance that he does. So yeah, let's see what else we can cook up. Do you have the Sabali play as well? No, it doesn't look like we do here, do we? Okay. So if we want to play 270, we're going to need to play a common keeper here. I assume. Lafont away to Clermont-Foot is probably... Well, yeah. Probably the play, isn't it? And then... Okay. Augustine. How is this going to look here then? Some decent scores now and again, but probably up against it either way here, aren't we? Yeah. Can we fit... We can't fit Palmer in here, really, can we? I highly doubt it. Maybe, though. Maybe we can. I'm not sure, though. It could be a lot to ask. Okay. 85 points left then. Kennedy Carey just became a member. Kennedy, thank you so much, mate. Yeah. Thank you, genuinely. It's the first well, we technically had Ian earlier join, but we've now got Kennedy Carey joining us. Massive thanks and massive welcome, mate, to the community. There's a Discord that you can get involved in. There should be a community tab on YouTube. You can click that. You'll be into the Discord then. There's like nearly 50 of us in there, to be fair, or maybe over 50, something like that. And yeah, loads of help in there. Loads of live streams every week. Obviously, I build members lineups every game week. So every Monday night and every Thursday evening. We stream every Thursday evening. Monday nights we don't usually stream. I usually just build the lineups for you and send you the screenshots in the Discord. And then every month, there's a monthly gallery review. So welcome, Kennedy. And yeah, mate, you are eligible to get your lineups built tonight if you want that. Let me know once you've entered the Discord under the lineup builds tab. Let me know what you want built and we can get going. Kennedy says, "Hi Harry, how we doing? Long time viewer and just became a member. Truly appreciate all the content insight you provide to the community. Too late to hop into the queue to get my lineups built. Cheers." Never too late, mate. Of course not, Kennedy. And I didn't realize you were a long time viewer. To be honest, I've honestly never. Not that I need to see your name pop up anywhere, but I've never seen your name pop up. So it's just nice that there's people lurking in the shadows. Obviously you've just become a member. Genuinely, mate, honestly, it means so fucking much to me. Really, really does. Drake says, "If I need to pick someone up with a low L15 to fit, I can for like $10. If you know anyone off the top of your head." I don't off the top of my head. Obviously, we could go on to Sorare data, but it might be not too late. But you know what I'm saying. Actually, I tell you who could be decent. I don't want to give it away, but I bought him with the I bought him for the Road to Glory earlier. That Alex Montez fella. I don't know if this is going to help us for 220 with you. He's a good 240 player, I think. He's a 48 L15, I believe. I'm not sure where he would rank on here. There he is. Alex Montez, Mexican League. £3 floor. I don't know if that's going to actually help us. Well, yeah, it's not going to help us here because he's obviously not 44. But we could have a look at, what we could get for 44 if we want. But yeah, Kennedy, honestly, I'm just blown away that I've never seen your name before. And yeah, you said you're a long-time viewer. That really does make my day. And yeah, of course, you can get your lineups built. Get them into the Discord under the lineup builds channel. And yeah, mate, you'll definitely get your lineups built tonight. Yeah, what can we do here, Drake? What can we do here? Mertens, Kajar. Like, it's a 220 lineup at the end of the day. Do we really... Okay. I mean, if we don't play him, then we play... Who do we play? I mean, Eggestein fits perfectly. I'm not saying he's going to go and score that well, but... I mean, he'll do something for us. Or we go Leo Baptistio and hope he scores against Girona, which won't be easy. I mean, yeah, nothing's going to be that easy. Sule's the play. If you can buy Nicolas Sule, he's probably the play as far as L15 goes. I would say, well, I say that. He's been pretty shit, hasn't he? But, Pavard, but he's 20 quid. You don't want to spend 20 quid on Pavard, to be honest. Ivanusek could be an interesting one. Kennedy says, of course, I'm in the States and I'm usually working or doing something when you're live, unfortunately. I usually watch the full stream after the fact. Oh, wow, Kennedy. Can I ask, Kennedy, where you're from in the States? I know that could be an intrusive... Or where do you live, maybe? Even though it's probably even more of an intrusive question. Just give me the state and that'll do me, if that's okay. Intrigued to know where you're from. But yeah, no, I know, yeah, timings won't be great. Obviously, whilst I'm in the UK and stuff, as far as streams. But that probably all changes towards the end of this year. So yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, Kennedy, really interesting to know where you're from or where you live. But yeah, as far as Drake goes, I don't know what to do here, Drake. As far as, is it worth you going out buying someone? Probably not. Lives near Chicago. Okay. I've flown into Chicago a couple of times. I've never been like on foot there per se, but yeah, I've flown. I've had like some of my connections there. Connection flights. Okay, I would do something like that. If we're not going to buy anyone, I would do something like that. And then 270 then, which could be a lineup because we have... we've got a goalkeeper, we've got Palmer. I mean, I want to play Druetch, but I just don't fancy him away to PSV. So you kind of got to go with Baptistio, and then Scally probably plays. And you've got 81 points left, which is obviously an incredible amount of points, which we can't even really fill. But is there much point filling? I mean, all at home so far. Like, you know, it's got a chance. But, you know, do you want to go out and spend, you know, whatever it's going to cost for somebody, you know, relatively decent? What have we got here? I'm just looking down the list as far as, you know, cheap players that are sort of on to score pretty well. You don't want to be spending £6 on Sergio Ramos, do we really? £5 on Trona. That could be interesting. Trona's an absolute smasher. Can't believe he's only £5 though. Is he down to start? That feels pretty cheap, no? That feels relatively cheap. Yeah, he's 90%. That feels decent. £5 for Trona. He could fit quite nicely into this 270 lineup, Drake. Daniel said, is it painfully cold there currently? Maybe go out and get a £5 Trona for that 270, potentially. It's not too bad right now. About 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Monday, Tuesday. It's supposed to be sub-zero, however. Ooh. That feels pretty cold. Okay. Motordays up next. Drake, I hope you're happy with those lineups, mate. Like I said, Trona feels cheap if you want to buy a 270 sort of extra player. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay. Motordays. We've got Champ Europe, Rare, All-Star Rare, 270/240. Not Challenger. We want Champion. Champion Europe. Okay, let's go. Sounds like a good deal to me. Sounds good, Drake. Okay, Herdecki and Castiles. Gotta go Herdecki. Lobotka, Johnny says, decent. A decent option. We've got Daily Blind, Tagliafico, Anton Walderman. Okay, how have these been scoring? Away to Gladbach doesn't feel that good of a matchup, but maybe it's, I mean, it's decent. Let's have a look at what they're predicted. Okay, so okay. So they're all down to start. Let's have a look what we got in midfield first. Palacios, Milot. They're all down to play. Okay. They're all down to play. Palacios is so in and out, isn't it? It's weird. Like when he plays, he just completely smashes, but it doesn't seem to get a run of games. It's weird. He's down to play though. Okay. Gotta go Palacios as our first player then. Sane has to be in there. That's a no-brainer. And then it's, yeah, Blind, or do we back the Stuttgart defense? You've got to back Blind before the Stuttgart defense for me. Just with the matchup goes, like, it's got to be. It's got to be done. And then it's either Fulrich or Milot, I would say, for this extra position. Might have to be Fulrich. His peaks are good. Really good. I'd go with that, to be honest. Maybe even Captain Sane. Yeah, I probably would Captain Sane, actually. And then All-Star Rare. All-Star Rare, we've got Jose Caro again. We've got a few good options there, actually. Colombato, there he is, the boy. Sakamoto as well. Lovely card to have. Ollie Watkins. Inaki Williams surely plays for Ghana, doesn't he? Or starts for Ghana. Surely to God. Yeah, hot and cold, Palacios. Yeah, Williams is down. Williams has to play then in here for us. High L15 as well, so he's probably not going to play elsewhere for us. Carl Walker-Peters. Has he got a knock? Don't know how true that is. Okay. You've got to back Walker-Peters. Let's back the Jose Caro. And then Sakamoto's been ridiculous recently. But it's Leicester. It's a tough game. Really, really tough. I can't back Sakamoto in that one personally. So then I'm looking at either Milot or Karazor. It's probably got to be Milot. Captain Colombato. No, actually, I'd probably captain Carl Walker-Peters, actually. Yeah. Some shift, Harry. I'm on the graveyard shift tonight. Johnny, on the old graveyard shift. And then we'll do 240. So, what we got going on here then? Castile's away to Mines. We've still got to back this one, though, even though the high L15 isn't too enticing, shall we say. Is Pablo Torre going to play for Girona or start? Okay, 65% on. Let's see what we can do with our forwards first. Ollie Watkins, Gordon. Yeah, this doesn't leave us with much choice outside of maybe playing Torre. Well, I say that. We could just go with a... Let's do a 270 instead. And just go for it. Let's do this instead. And then just back the Stuttgart boys all together. Well, I know they're all in there, you know. They're all playing their part in each lineup there, to be fair. So, more days, I hope you're happy with those lineups, mate. And we are now on to Rizle Sorare. Under 23, Gas, and I picked the last one. Come on, then. Solid reward. Torre back-to-back starts. Yeah, I just saw he's 65% on Sharper. It doesn't fill me with too much confidence. If you think he starts, then turn that lineup into like a 240 and get rid of the extra player and play Pablo Torre. But I think it looks a bit better as a 270, I would say. Just a little bit. So, yeah. Come on, then. Under 23 limited for Rizle. Okay, so, yeah, Jungdal has probably the best matchup of the game week. Let's go, it's me. My under 23 has good options this week. Yeah, you do have some really good options. Very, very good. Dest is down to start, so's Hartman. Xavi Simons, Mats Weefer. Okay, yeah, some really nice options here. I mean, it's hard to look past Xavi Simons. I think he's a dead cert to have to play, and then very hard to look past Openda. I mean, I'm a big Savio fan myself, so I might end up playing both, but it's hard not to want to play, Openda when you've got Simons. Like, you kind of want to keep them together, I think. Even though they don't link up as much as you want them to as far as, decisives go, they always can, if they're on the same field together. So it's an interesting one. Dest or Hartman is interesting. Dest or Hartman? It's a very interesting one. I think I would honestly go... I think you've got to go Dest. The matchup is just that bit better. And then Openda's our forward. And then I'm really tempted to either go Weaver or Savio. And I think I'd go Weaver, to be honest. I think you've got to go Weaver. Probably Captain Simon. That's a hell of a team, by the way. I'd probably go with something like that. All at home. Rizle, if that lineup doesn't get anything, we might as well all hang up our Sorare boots. Because that lineup's ridiculous. For under 23. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, All-Star Limited then. No worries at all, Mardays. Under 20... All-Star Limited. So we've got the Harrytradesyt keeper, which is... probably a good thing, because that could be a nice little clean sheet there. Bruno, Arnaus, Demabai, Zielinski, Caicedo, Papasar. Okay, I mean Bruno's probably a play, isn't he? Realistically, Matson's an interesting one, but it's tough to back him away to Feyenoord. So I think Savio comes in here. Trauner. It's hard not to want to play Trauner. Very hard. It'd be lovely if you had the Feyenoord keeper. That would be really fun. Jan Blachowicz. I never think Leipzig are going to keep a clean sheet. I always worry about that. So Appendix Sport. The thing is, Appendix Sport, they're rubbish, right? But they always seem to score a goal. Like, they rarely don't score. Unless it's like playing against a really good team. So that is something that worries me slightly. I could potentially go Mamadashvili here. Their goalkeeper's too out of their budget. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Of course it is. Hartman and Trauner maybe. And just stick with the... something like that. Johnny says, if you've not got many, can you squeeze in limited all-star 270, but don't use my English Prem boys names, boys? And yeah, if I've got, well, I will have time, but you know, let me get through everyone else first, Johnny, and then we can definitely get onto yours. Molly says, Harry, when you build my lineups, could you include Istanbul keeper Babakan, as I'm going to buy him tomorrow? So can you pretend I have him? In what? I mean, maybe, Molly. It's hard for me to. Yeah, I mean, I can, but, you know, it's just awkward, isn't it? Like, I don't know his L15s and whatever, which obviously we can do, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'll pick the next one then. We'll do 270. We'll back the Harrytradesyt at home situation. Arnaus. Got to play Kvaratskhelia somewhere, haven't we? Got to play him somewhere, and then Sugawara, David Raum, Kieran Tierney. This Carlo Adriano guy's been decent, hasn't he? Very decent, yeah. Okay. Let's go with something like that then. Rizle, those would be my lineups for you. No, don't be sorry, Morley. Yeah, I mean, where are you where are you planning on playing him, if that makes sense in your head? Like, is it 240? Like, do we know, where you kind of want to play him? Okay, Tom Half-yard. Come on then. We've got Challenger Europe, Cap 240 Cap 240 220. Okay, Challenger first then. Oh, there's Big Babacan. There he is, the boy. So he's got an L15 of 50. Okay, that should be quite easy to remember. Oh, Gertruda. Bakayoko and Jimenez. Wow. Ralph says, thanks, man. Really appreciate those lineups. Was in mind of using a Challenger Europe team, as I usually don't get to play that comms, but yours seem better than my preliminary picks. Sounds good, Ralph. Really do hope they smash for you, mate. Genuinely. Do we go Trauner Gertruda? Yeah, we'll go Trauner Gertruda. Captain Bakayoko. I think that's an easy one there for Tom's Challenger team. And then 240. And then 220. I would like you to pick me a 240 team, then just you choose a comp with the remaining players. That sounds good, Molly. That sounds good, mate. We'll get that done, of course. Okay, Kaminsky in goal. Kaminsky in goal. Akbaba. That could be a play, couldn't it? It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Santiago Jimenez in here, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Johnny says everyone seems to have Arnaus. Yeah, they do, don't they? That feels like a bit of a trend, to be honest. 90 points left then. Let's see what we can do with the extra player first. Do we have somebody that's relatively low L15 but on to kind of have a decent game? Jordan Ayew. I can't get behind Jordan Ayew, to be honest. Nuhu's down to have a decent one. We could go Nuhu. Leaves us 44 points. Sam Larson. Richard Bazua. Could go Gabriel might work here. As long as he doesn't get sent off. As long as he doesn't get sent off here. Yeah. I think I might play him, you know. Captain Jimenez. And then 220. Then. Let's go. What do we have for 220? Ramalho. Is McTominay not going to play? Why would a McTominay play? 60 on. Interesting. Wow, Timo Werner's coming into stars. He's straight away. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Jordan Ayew. Surely Ayew plays against whoever they're playing. Cape Verde, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Okay. Problem is we have to be quite conservative with the amount of L15 points we're spending here because we don't have a ton to spend. Bazua's down to start. We'll throw him in there then. And then... See, that's the problem. It's 220, isn't it? Which doesn't leave us with a ton of room to really cook much up. But we can do something. What team do I need? Utrecht. Yeah. We have to play him there. It gives us 41 points. Is he down to start for Haydenham? Let's have a look. %60 on to start. What rewards do you get for rivals? I mean, it all depends on like how well you do in the arena. Basically, it's like you get like reward boxes. You basically either win more arena tickets, or you can win cards. Like the probabilities of winning the cards are pretty low, but you can win them. Like it's not out of the realm of possibilities. So yeah, we might have to change Ayew. That leaves us with 44 points. Which doesn't let us do too much else. But that could work. If Carlos Martin is back. For Mirandes. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Tom, those are my lineups for you, mate. Die Rich. Die Rich. All-Star Limited, 240 Limited, 220 Limited. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about halfway through, to be fair. I'm in it for a shirt if I can, preferably signed. Yeah. Come on then. Wow, lots of goalkeepers that aren't playing yet. Gotta go Big Joe Roden here. Gotta go Big Joe. Manu Fuster. Kakare. John McGinn. Okay. Some good options. Ooh, Carvalho. Nice. Very nice. Manu Fuster. Dan James against... You got to back that, haven't you? Ooh, Salah. Got to play Salah. Johnny says, what a list you got, Harry. You may need to up the cost of your work by 25 to 50p a week. Nah, it's all good. I don't mind it at all. I really enjoy building lineups, to be honest, mate. But yeah, extra player. Dan James, Kakare. Kakare feels safer. Burgrees could be even better, though. Yeah, might have to go all out attack there and go something like this. That is what I would do there. And then 240 then. Do you not usually get this many? No, I usually get, roughly this amount of... Yeah, no, this is pretty normal, to be fair. This is not like an absurd amount. This is kind of what I'm used to be honest, mate. Three to 4 hour shift. To be fair, it won't be that long. It might be close to 3 hours, actually. It might be close to 3. Sorry, I'm having a little 2-minute break. Ooh, there's a Sorare Wales badge. Look at that. How do I get that, by the way? I want my Sorare Wales badge. How do I get my Sorare Wales badge? Badge 1. Oh, I have the Rivals beta. How do I get that badge? Or is it this one? This might be it. Where's my Sorare Wales badge? Give it to me. Oh, there it is. What a badge that is, by the way. Morley says, still haven't got around to get that Chavez you recommended in scouting stream, but promise I will get him. Just don't want to overpay. No, I get it. Does really give us insight and help on knowledge as well. Yeah, no, I think these streams do really, like, they do seem to help. I think if you're like new to lineup building and stuff, I think they can be pretty invaluable. Like without me knowing what I'm actually without me teaching anything like directly, I think you can just pick up on things. Yeah, which I think's great. Okay. Let's have a look. So, only 1-2-40 keeper then. 48 L15, Ben Sabini. Callum Doyle, that's an interesting one. Does Callum Doyle come back into that Leicester side? Almost tailored to you, Harry. I don't like the English one, to be honest. Get that Welsh one in. Get that Welsh one in. Oh, I didn't mean to share that. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we got in midfield first. Arthur Mello. For some reason, they really want us to play Arthur Mello. I mean, he's been okay. been okay. I wouldn't say he's been that good. What football team do I support? Morley, honestly, I don't really support a team. I support Wales, obviously, being Welsh. I'm from Cardiff, but I don't really support Cardiff, genuinely. I just support my players on Sorare, if I'm being honest, mate. Genuinely. Should be 3 Lions and Doyle is back. Yeah, Doyle is back, but he won't start, will he? I don't think. Ooh, Max Arnold had a good game last game. Okay. Okay. I'm an English Celtic fan. That should be illegal, Johnny. I'm only joking. I'm only kidding. Ooh, is Naby Keita set to start? Interesting. Have they got Carvalho down to play here then? Ooh, Carvalho's 90% on. Jesus. Well, he's going straight in there then. And then we can build literally whatever we want. So that makes things a lot easier. See, the fact, like, if you can get one player in that's, like, below 30 out of 15 that, like, is just going to play. Doesn't happen all the time, but in situations like that, transfer, it's just invaluable. Like, it's just such a relief, to be able to do something like that. Yeah. Although that probably should have been used in 220, to be honest. Because this might be pretty tough to get out a... yeah, this might be tough, but we can make it work. Molly says, I'm from Hull. Might go watch him. Would be nice to buy. Want him. Fair play. Yeah, go have a little watch. I think... I rate him. I think he's a good little player. He was great for Fulham in the Champ, not a couple of seasons ago. So, yeah, I think he could do well. I think he could do pretty well. Okay, they really want us to play Stefan Posch, which is interesting. I'm a Celtic fan holding a dowel. That's funny. That is funny. Play Freiburg. We need somebody pretty cheap here in the form of maybe... What's this guy saying? Pretty decent. We need somebody relatively cheap here. Stravetsa. Noni. Is Noni going to play? Is Stravetsa going to play? 60. I don't buy Arsenal players because it makes it two times worse when you lose. I get that. Max Arnold. Is Naby going to play? Little Naby. Is Naby going to play? Okay. Bentancur. Is Bentancur going to play? That could be a fun one. Yeah, he is. Okay, that works. Bentancur then. And then Max Arnold. Hope you enjoy those die. David Richards. I think we've got more than 7 to go, to be fair. But a couple of these only have like one lineup they want done, so it won't take as long for a couple of them. We've got Noxy next, and all he wants done is a 220 limited. So let's go in and do that. This could be, yeah, these ones might be a lot easier. Willy Bowley might be a fun one. See if we can fit Willy Bowley in there. Robert Skov. Bebe. Is Bebe going to play? Bebe might actually play. Duda. See, like this one's a pretty easy lineup to build just because we don't really have many options. You know. Is Golini definitely playing for Napoli? Like, is Moret still out? Yeah, 95. Okay. So we do have extra points if we wanted them. Doesn't look like Skov's sort of guaranteed to play. This guy's not great, but he might work for us. Do we need to play Bebe? Could we play somebody else? No. Noxy, that is my lineup for you, mate. So like these next two here, Elias and Noxy that we just did, they only won one lineup each, basically, you know. So those are pretty good to do, or pretty easy to do. I think there's a situation, isn't there, in with Go Ahead. Oh, there was. Okay, Lang's down 90% on now. Okay, that's easy. That's easy to see. Okay. They do play Ajax, which isn't easy. Wilson might smash it. I got Pickford in goal, Watkins up front with Branthwaite and Big Duke Louise in there, hence why I'm here for Harry's help, because that's my Prem special. Okay. I don't think we can afford to play some of these players. Like if we play Romans, we might have to play one of these cheaper guys for Nexaka. Yeah, Mendes has a cheap L15. We might have to go with Mendes. And then let's have a look at the Hercules lineup. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Elias, I hope this team brings home the bacon for you. Me SSV is up next. It won't let me click. What's wrong with Sorare data? Here we go. There we go. Okay. Rare 2. Oh, I'm getting tired, lads. DMP keeper then. And then we've got 220 rare and then 240 limited. Okay. So we can go as big as we want to, really. Or can't we here? Ivan Pinto, Hilalovic, Cordoba, and does Chanel play for Jaquil? Should do, shouldn't he? Quick Red Bull before yours. I can't afford to have a Red Bull tonight. I'll be fine. I'm not that tired. I'm fine, to be fair. But we'll throw Chanel in there then. Let's do something like that. And then 220 rare. I'm guessing we're going, yeah, limited keeper then. So Unsign. And then Mark Martinez. Okay. We'll go that in there. Showing. No, we don't want to do that. We want to do rare players only. Guth or we'll go Guth for now. And then Batista. What is that, Ben? What did you say, mate? Harry click suggest lineup for my 270. Must be a glitch. I'm confused. What do you mean by that, Ben? What do you mean by that? 240 limited then. When I do mine next. It doesn't allow me to click like a suggested lineup for other people. Like it only works for your own players, if that makes sense. But yeah, that'd be cool if I could. I get like 96 lineup strength. Wow, that's wild. That is crazy. Yeah, that is actually mad. Me SSV, I like the stack you got, the Mexican League stack you've got going on. It's pretty cool. I don't know why Sorare Data enjoys doing that for us, but Ben is up next. All-Star, Rare, Second Div, Rare Pro, and then Cap 240. Come on, then. So all-star rare. Let's see what we cook up here then. So Caro is probably going to be our goalkeeper from what I'm looking at there. Big Wesley, Pereira, Gutas. Okay. Sanchez. Harry Winks, Parejo. Okay. Where are you getting 96 lineup strength score, Ben? Like for all-star rare? Yeah, let me know where you're getting that lineup strength score. Why is limited David Villa £10? He was a 5 or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. In 270 you're getting that. Tom says, thanks for the lineups, Harry. We'll go with those and see what happens. Hope you have a great stream, mate. I appreciate that a lot, Tom. Hope you're enjoying the... I think you said... Was it Lanzarote you're in? I'm pretty sure you're in Lanzarote, aren't you? But yeah, hope you're enjoying yourself, mate. Do we go with Big Danny P? Wait till Las Palmas. I don't love that. I don't love that fixture. I don't know if Harry Winks is the play here. It's probably Flynn, isn't it? It's probably Big Flynn. Yeah, how are you getting a 96 lineup strength score, by the way? That's ridiculous. Love that, Tom. Yeah, you are in Lanzarote. Love that, mate. Yeah, I hope you're having a cracking time. You know what? I'm going to go with that. Captain Armstrong. Why not? Strongest arms in the championship there. Second Div Rare Pro. Championship is too easy for Leicester. Must be broken. Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it? You should try and hit the 96. Honestly, I don't think it's possible with the players, Johnny. Genuinely, I think that's a bit of a glitch. It has to be. Or maybe it's not, but it feels ridiculous. Sounds ridiculous anyway. So I'm guessing you're going Jake Cooper. So we have Javi. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. How's Cabrera been scoring? Well, he's not been playing. Okay. Jake Cooper's then in there. Millwall GK. It's got to be Dan James against Cardiff, hasn't it? Is Armstrong going to play? Stewart, that is. Is Big Stu going to play? I don't think he is he? Yeah, he's 70. Okay. Yeah, we could go Stu. Is Harry Winks just... I don't know, I just worry about his peaks. I worry that we don't get a peak out of him. Ruben Sanchez. Decent scores. Perot. Moran. Yeah, those are the scores I'm probably wanting. Let's have a look where Espanyol... Let's see what Espanyol are up to. Cabrera. Fernando Cabrera, is that his name? Yeah. Let's do that. What am I looking at in the chat? Put it in the Discord, Harry. Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord, mate. No worries. And then, is it 270 you said you wanted? 240. Come on then. Gun away to Hull is tough. Don't have many of those options actually. Zion, I just can't back Zion Fleming right now. Oh, you put your 98 in the Discord. Yeah, there's no way that's a 98 lineup strength score, is it? Something's wrong there. It just definitely is. It's got to be, hasn't it? Got to be. Yeah, surely that's wrong. Surely. Jake Cooper. Is Bouchman supposed to start for Watford? No, we don't know. Okay. Angus Gunn. Gotta go Pacheco here. And then Eccles. Is this Jose Sene guy? He's DMP'd the last couple. Could go Danny P. Danny P to rip it up. No, actually, Armstrong captain, sorry. Armstrong captain there for me. Hope you're happy with them, Ben. And yeah, all the best for this weekend, mate. Okay, Conor Aspall. Prem Winter Rare. Prem Winter Rare. Where are we looking? Down by here. Cap 240 rare and then 220 rare with limited not putting goal. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Leno in goal. We've got 2023 Robinson. Thanks for that, mate. No worries at all, Ben. Absolute pleasure, mate. Paulina, Tom Kearney, Sterling, but he's obviously playing against them, which is annoying. And then Tebow, the lineup builds are only for members only, I'm afraid, mate. So, yeah, if you'd like to become a member, it's £1 a week or £4 a month to join. And, yeah, every week I'll build your lineups for you. There's a monthly gallery review. There's a private Discord. All the perks are kind of, yeah, sort of easy to find if you want to have a look at them. But, yeah, the lineup builds are for members only, mate. So, yeah, sorry, but, you know, that's just part of the perks. Otherwise, you know, it kind of just is what it is. Is Willian ex-club, by the way? Do we fancy Willian to do well tomorrow? I feel like that could be an interesting one. Willian ex-club. Score against Chelsea. Well, not tomorrow, but, whenever they play. So we got 240 rare. So goalie picks itself. Adebayo. We got Issa Diop. Okay. Let's have a look what we got down here. Tom Kearney. Is Tom Kearney down to start? 65, yeah. Pereira's down to start. Yeah, he is. I like Pereira in there. Coleman. L15 might be a little bit too high for us, though. Cordova Reed? No. Okay. What we got going on in defense then? What have we got going on in defense? Adebayo could be a good... he is a good shout. To be honest, isn't he? High XP as well. It's a Diop at 70. We might... Ooh, Abubakar could be nice. For Cameroon. Is he down to play? Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. Let's go Abubakar then in up front. Yeah, Deco Dover Reed. He's a good player, to be fair. But it looks like it's either him or Harry Wilson. So I'm just checking my messages. Yeah, I don't really want to risk a 50-50 there. We've got 57 points left, which is nice because it kind of means we can play whoever we want. Killian Corridor. He might be a play. He's down to start. Ooh, that feels a bit nice, so let's do that. Probably Captain Abubakar, to be honest. And then 220, I believe it was, wasn't it? 220 rare. Let's have a look. Yeah, 220 rare with limited Noppert. Where's he to? There he is. Okay. All scarcities, rare, apply. Okay. Who would I captain in the 220, Alex asked. Let me have a look at what I actually built you, sorry. I would captain Dennis Apaya. Okay, Issa Diop. Or do we go with this guy? Who do we go in midfield? Zakarian. Does he play though? Does Zakarian play? I'm going to go with no, but maybe he does. He's at 60. Okay. Might be worth the risk. Or we go Kearney. See if we can make that work. Just try and build out a little Fulham stack here. Decent team. Might not fully all start, but they'll definitely all have a chance. We've got Shamrock AFC next. We've got 240. And then 220 if we can scrape one together. So that probably means it might be tough to do so. Alfie Doherty, Julian Bass, Andre, Jordan Ayew. Okay, Adrabayo. Captain Hummels. And then 220. It's going to be Bass, Reed. Bass, Reed. I mean, we don't have a defender, do we? So this can't really work, to be fair. So we'll just have to throw in a 240 there. Josias is up next. 240 rare. 270 limited, all-star limited. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Gabriel Paulista. What else do we have? Lobotka could be decent, actually. Darun. Bazua. Okay. Tskankov. Kyle Larin. Okay. Some decent options here. Not sure if we can fit all these in. How we doing? Scamio's back from training. Yeah, doing well, mate. I don't think we've got to you yet. I think you're literally not the next person, the person after that, basically. So, great timing. Really good timing, mate. Hope training was good, mate. Could go Darun here, can we? Could go Darun. If he's going to play, of course. I don't know why I clicked Fiorentina. He doesn't even play there, does he? He plays for Atalanta. Yeah, let's go Darun. It's actually a decent 240 lineup. Very decent. 270 limited then. $270 limited. Guilherme away. That feels pretty good. Alfonso. Bentabini. Let's go Bentabini. Griffo. Brandt. Milan. Politano. Let's go Milan. And then 53 points. Pavlidis. Lobotka could be decent. Branthwaite. Could go Alfonso. Let's do that. Don't mind that. And then All-Star Limited. Don't think we have a goalkeeper to do this. Oh, yeah, we do. Ronau. And then Griffo. Got to back Politano at some point, don't we? Actually, we can't do Griffo against yeah, we can't do Griffo against Ron now, can we? You know if Asia Cup is being broadcast in the UK? I'm not sure, Scamio, to be fair, mate. I'm really not sure. It's a good question. Okay, Cameron, finally we got to you. Let's go. So, 240 limited then. So we've got Viral, Pinto, Cardona, nice player. Just having a little look at what we got going on here. Turich. Okay. Definitely a good matchup for him. So are we pretending... This is you, Morley, isn't it? I believe. Are we pretending that... like you've got that goalkeeper? The Babacan fella? Because that means you have 45 points left. Yeah, Babacan in this one. So you've got 45 points left, basically, if we do it this way. And the problem is, well, we can't really do it that way, is the issue. Because that would leave us with 44 points, you know. Yeah, so we can't go Leo Duarte then. We'd have to go somebody else. I mean, Pinto works. You could go Pinto, Babacan, and then that leaves us with 46 points, and we could then go this guy. That could work. I'd go with something like that. I would captain Turich. I don't love the Malero play as a forward. Dragias has a tough matchup, to be fair, so you know he's kind of the only option. But like, yeah, that's probably the best bet. Babacan in there. Actually, I'd probably captain Ivan Pinto. I'd captain Pinto, to be honest. And then for your other lineup, could maybe have a look into 270 Cardona. You could go Duarte, Tapia, Dragias, and then Cardona, something like that. It's a decent lineup. I'm not saying it's going to go out there and win everything, but it's, you know, it's decent enough. Obviously, Babacan would then go into the goalkeeper spot. It's tough, you know, playing with... Like, the issue is all the L15s you're playing with are all, like, in the 40s. Like, if you had one player that was, like, you know, 28 or 31 or something, you know, it just gives that, like, that breathing room, you know. I should really pick someone up so I can keep my Istanbul players. Yeah. On the same lineup. Yeah, I mean, it helps, but it's not the end of the world. Like, you know, having a goalkeeper from the same team and a midfielder, that doesn't really matter. You know, if you've got a defender and a goalkeeper from the same team, then, you know, that does help. But yeah. I'd go with something like that, to be fair, mate. Right, scam you all. 240 and any semi-pro. Okay, Hugo Gonzalez, Fabian Shah, Zubelda. Well, that fitted quite nicely. I guess we don't really have... It's a very good 240 lineup, by the way, Scamuel. Can we even play a semi-pro? Oh, yeah, we could. We could play... Yeah, we could play La Liga, couldn't we? How do we play... How are we supposed to play semi-pro? I'm confused. Well, yeah, we'd have to get rid of the Zubelda, wouldn't we? Yeah, I would just scrap the semi-pro, because if we're playing Zubelda over Sanone, yeah, I don't think semi-pro's on either, mate, to be fair. Yeah, I'd go with something like that, to be fair, Scam. Should I get another forward? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely explore getting another forward, Morley, 100%. I don't think Malero's the best of plays this weekend, really. I'd definitely explore getting someone else in for sure. DD says, I've prepared mine already, so seeing if you would drastically disagree with anything. Cap 240, super rare. All-star rare pro Fofana should start for Ivory Coast according to play sharper. Under 23 rare, cheeky fourth. With 240. Let's have a look at what. We'll do DDs at the end, actually. Okay, Daniel Cooper. Prem Winter. Is that Prem Winter Limited, I guess? Yeah. Prem Winter, All-Star Limited, Champ Limited. Let's go. Sam, what's going on, mate? Surface says, can you build my Prem Winter Super Rare? Surface, I'm surprised you're not a member of the channel, mate, to be fair. Very surprised. Sam says, struggling to pick captain. So I'm just reading up on the chat. Sam says, struggling to pick captain of my Chelsea stack versus Fulham. Ooh, yeah, that is tough. Let me know the choices are, Sam. They're not showing Yunus Abdelhamid's AFCON game. Ah, okay. Interesting. That, well, obviously, yeah, you could play him in semi-pro then, couldn't you? Who is he playing for, Scamuel? Surface says, well, let me see how to do it and maybe I'll subscribe. Thank you, Surface. I appreciate that a lot. I think it should be just like it depends what you're watching on. If you're watching on a browser, I think it should be like where it says subscribe, there should be like a join button somewhere. It's like $5 a month basically. And yeah, I build lineups for everyone every weekend, and every midweek as well. And yeah, we just have a blast. But Surface, I appreciate you popping in. I remember, Surface, you were my first ever donation. I think actually my only ever donation. Shall I rephrase that? Yunus playing for Morocco. Yeah, he could be a play, Scamuel. He could be an option. Will he count in the, like, will you be able to play him in the semi-pro, if that makes sense? Anyway, let's get this done first then. So Leno or Vicario? Gotta go Vicario, haven't we? Pedro Porro, Mickey van der Ven, and Dogi. Gotta be Pedro Porro for me. Gallagher, Louise. Louise is definitely a good shout. De Bruyne. Bentancur, but we might not need to actually worry about going over on the L15 averages. We might be okay there. Is Doku down to start against Newcastle? He's 60 on. Who's over under him? Grealish. Oh, Surface just gave us a donation. Thank you, Surface. I appreciate that, mate, a lot. You're still my only ever donation. With the 2 donations that you've kindly given. And yeah, we'll definitely build your rare Prem team. Prem Winter Special. Yeah, as far as what we're gonna do here, I don't love the Kulu shouts. But then he might pop up, mightn't he, against United? He very well might pop up. Willian X Club is something that I'm really superstitious about. He could very well score against Chelsea, couldn't he? Kulu needs to get back on his sort of form before he, kind of went downhill, didn't it, after he got sort of suspended and whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. It's very hard to back any of these in a weird way. They're all very good players. It's just none of the matchups really stick out to me as much as I'd want them to. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to have to go Kulu, aren't I? I'm going Kulu. It's done. It is done. We've got Grealish, Doku, Thiago Silva. No. Mickey van der Ven, potentially. Ex-Chelsea players always score against ex-Chelsea players. Yeah, I'm tempted to still play Willian, to be honest. How do I think Timo will do at Tottenham? I mean, I'm not a big Timo fan, I'll be honest. I'm just not. After what he did with Chelsea, I know, it was Chelsea and whatever. But, I'm not saying he won't do well with Tottenham, but what is doing well? Is he just going to play for the next month and a half and then Son comes back in? That probably constitutes he's done okay, right? So he's not somebody that I'd go and pick up on Sorare. I can't lie. He's never going to be a Sorare player for me, Timo Werner, in that sense. But I think he'll do okay. I think he'll have decent impact as far as he's got legs. He can do things that a Tottenham team would want, press hard and. But I've never rated Timo Werner, so it's hard for me to get behind him, to be honest. All-Star Limited then. Why did I put All-Star Limited up there? All-Star Limited. And then Champ Limited. After this, we'll build Surfaces Prem Winter Special first, and then we'll get back on track. Okay, what we got going on here then? Fiorentina, great matchup. Manuel Neuer, very good matchup. Is the Friday curse going to come and sort of plague the Bayern team? Potentially. I hope it doesn't. Luke McNally's been very good, actually. Lovely bonus on him. Nuhu. I've got to go with Big Joe Roden here, I think he's going to have a stormer against Cardiff. I think Joe Roden fits in nicely there. Arthur Mello. Everyone wants us to play Arthur Mello. I'm just not on board. I'm really, really not. Got to go Sane, Kimmich. Do we have a Bayern defender that we could play? Kvashvia, Griffo, McNally, Tadic. Is Tadic worth the risk, quote unquote? Potentially. He very well could be, couldn't he? Let's go Tadic in there. Captain Sane would be what I would go with. And then Champ. I've probably killed your Champ Limited team now, haven't I, really? Good matchup. Yeah, decent matchup against Rotherham for sure. It is very decent. Okay. Let's go Fiorentina then. Let's go with... Could go with a bit of a Fiorentina stack here, couldn't we? Milenkovic. Milenkovic could come in here and do a job for us. Quattro. Let's go Milenkovic. Little defensive stack. And then Remy Cabella. I'd have to say it's hard. It's hard. I want to play Kvashvia and thing is Cabella might not even start. Let's have a little look. Remy Cabella. Yeah, he's at 60. He might not be worth the risk there. So I'm going to come back and go Kakare in there instead. And then we can go somebody like Jared Moreno, potentially. Felipe Anderson, maybe. Cherky could be decent shouts. I'm not entirely in love with that, though. De Bruyne. Nothing's like glazingly obvious, to be honest. It might have to be Griffo. But he's been quite bad recently. Thiago Silva. Or we just go double. Let's just go double. I'm going to back Kvashvili. I know he hasn't done it recently, but Daniel, I'm backing him. I'm going to back him for you, mate. There's your lineups. We'll do surface. We'll do surfaces. Prem Winter Rare then. Again, massive thank you, Surface, for donating that $2 for us. It really does genuinely mean a lot. Okay, so Edison Kaminsky, goalkeeper choices. We've got Trips. We've got Thiago Silva, new card. Remember, that needs to be filtered in here, doesn't it? So Rodrigo's definitely playing. Well, I say definitely. His L15 is very high, but I think we should be fine. Ollie Watkins. Okay. So I think we'll go with Edison. It's hard not to go with Edison here. Thiago Silva might have to play because we need a new card. Rasmus Højlund at home to Tottenham. I do worry about that, to be honest. Douglas Luiz has to play. The issue is then we can't fit Højlund in. We can't fit anyone in. So something has to give. The give then potentially has to be Rodri, doesn't it? Because we don't have enough. Pereira could come in. We could do something like that. And then that leaves us with, again, not a ton of options. Okay. So then we have to readjust again. I was going to say, is the Kaminsky a new card, but it's not. So that doesn't help. Pereira is. Bless me. Yeah, this one's a tricky one. I can't lie. This one is pretty tricky. I can see why you wanted it built now. The issue is, you're probably going to have to... I mean, you could do that, couldn't we? We could do that and go Ollie Watkins. That works. I think that's your only way around it, I would say, Surface, is chopping out Edison. Now, I know it's not ideal. Obviously, the Edison fixture is obviously way better than Kaminsky's, but, you know, Luton are playing Burnley. It's bottom v bottom, effectively, you know, barring Sheffield United. So, you know, if Luton have got a good chance of getting a clean sheet away from home in anyone in the Premier League, it's probably away to Burnley, right? So, you know, we don't have a choice on the defender, realistically. You don't want to give up not using Rodrigo, realistically. It's tough. It is tough. The only other option I can see, if you do want to give up playing Rodrigo, we could scrap all that and go... You could go Edison... You could go Douglas Luiz. And then you've got 58 points then, obviously, which could go into Paulina, which could be a decent choice. Well, it basically has to be Paulina. Like, that also isn't... But I think, in a weird way, I know we're giving up Rodri, but I think that's a better lineup. Synergy between Luiz and Watkins. I think Paulina gets, like, a really decent AA score against Tottenham, against Chelsea, and then Thiago Silva at home. I mean, like, he's, you know, we don't really have a choice with him in that sense. He has to kind of play. So is this better than Edison, Diaz, Luis, Højlund, Rodrigo? Yeah, I think Højlund, you got no hope with Højlund, basically. I think that let you down massively. Yeah, I would say, I'd say Ollie Watkins trumps the Højlund play all day long, personally. Yeah, I think this is the lineup. I really do. I think it's better than the Diaz Edison one. I really, really do. Right, we need to get back on track. We've got a couple more members to get through. Jaquil is up next. But Surface, I hope that gives you food for thought. And yeah, I really do hope that comes in for you this weekend, mate. No worries at all, Surface. Genuinely, massively appreciate seeing you in the chat, mate, honestly. Really, really refreshing. Okay, 240 then for Jaquil. What have we got cooking here? We've got Kaz. What other lineups does he want? 240, 220, 240 limited. Okay. Let's have a look what we can do here then. That doesn't seem too good. This might be pretty fun. Yeah, that does look very fun. So they have Spezia. Okay, let's see if we can fit that in. Edgar Mendes might have to come in here. Unless we can fit in something. Ooh, some nice scores there for Zwal. 38 points. Do we have anything that works here? Oh, we have two. Okay. Oscar Burr. That could work. Is he going to start, though? Is he going to start for us? He's at 75. Okay. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's a very good 240, by the way. Very decent. 220 rare. We'll go... We'll go something like this. Molly, no worries at all, mate. Really appreciate you popping into the stream. Well, being in the stream all night. And yeah, wish you all the best for the weekend. Like you said, if you get that Babacan in, then yeah, I wish you all the best with it, mate. And hope we can hit that threshold this weekend with your lineups. $54 points left. That should leave us with, that's perfect. And then 240 limited is going to look something like... Viral might be the play here. Yeah, let's go Viral. Kaz. Pedrinho scored really well last game, didn't he? Yeah. Let's go Pedrinho. Some decent lineups by the way. Jaquil. Very, very good lineups, I think. All at home, bar one. Don't mind it. Okay, Chit Town Sports cards. And we've got Bithorse. And then we've got literally one more after that, I think, isn't it? I think we're done. Okay, Gas Rare then. Ooh, okay. Wow. Big cards. Big cards. See, that's annoying because let's go buy low. Hackno. Veerman. De Jong. Harry Kane. To be fair, Jack, I think I know Play Sharper don't, decide who plays in that sense, but I think I saw that, I'm pretty sure I saw the Kengus Under isn't going to start. So I don't know whether you want to risk that or not. Yeah, he's behind Tadic, so I wouldn't personally, risk that, but it's completely up to you, mate. Kennedy says, disclaimer, I'm tempted to bring in a Boscagli rare as well before tomorrow's deadline, because Benitez probably makes sense the most in gas. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. You could probably see what I was doing there, Kennedy, didn't you? Like, I saw that you had Benitez, but you didn't have the defensive stack to go with him. So that, it's not an issue. You've clearly got, Hackno and Bilo or even Gertruda to come in there. Like, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. It might, but I don't foresee it being like that substantial. I would go all out final defense there personally with Veerman and Luke de Jong. And then in 270 is probably where I'd bring in Harry Kane and stuff. So I'd probably go, well, you could even go Manuel Neuer here. Jack says, oh, strange, didn't see that. Yeah, I was shocked as well, mate, to be fair, when I saw it. Yeah, I love the Fine Out Boys and they fancy. Yeah, they do you are right, Kennedy. They are subject to, or prone, to conceding stupid goals at times, to be fair. So yeah, you're not wrong there at all. The Real Madrid game is sort of in now, so we can see that those players are in nicely. So yeah, what we got going on here then? Szymanski probably fits in quite nicely there. Probably go Kyle Walker-Peters. Be a nice little one. Livakovic with a nice, pretty low L15 considering. Yeah, but then you've probably got to go. Well, that's the problem now. We're not going to be able to have. Yeah, we're not blessed with L15 depth here, are we? Nice that you've got the Vert forward card. That's really, really cool. Kane. Do we have a little 46er that could fit in quite nicely? We have a 47. Astravancic. Gus Small could be utilised, couldn't he? I've got a smell. Tough game against AZ, but like, what is the alternative? Is there somebody in here really that I want to play? Not really. Defense, is there somebody that is a little bit cheaper? Again, not really. So it's like, okay, is there a forward I want to play that's a little bit cheaper? You could argue Guy Carez. It gives us 49 points. Yeah, I guess you could fit in a Kunde, Alcaraz. Alcaraz could be decent, actually, to go with Kyle Walker-Peters. I think he's on to start. Alneni was a look for 270. Alneni could potentially work. Let me just see if Alcaraz is on to play. I'd be tempted to do that. Yeah, he's 70% on Alcaraz. Alneni could be decent. Like, he could fill it, but I think that feels a bit stronger to me. 98, by the way. That's fucking crazy. What the hell? I think that's a bit stronger there, personally. Like, I know Alneni will allow you to kind of, use, high L15 players elsewhere, but I don't think him himself is actually going to, like, score that well. Is kind of what I would get at. Don't sleep on Guy Carez. Yeah, I'm not sleeping on him. Don't worry. I know. Oh, that's a problem. We don't have a midfielder then, do we? Okay. Is there supposed to be another lineup there, or I guess we don't have a mid, do we? Could we do something with 240? Like, if we play Alneni in here, like, Alneni allows this lineup to be, like, rather juicy, doesn't it? Like, we could even fit in, I know this sounds stupid, but, I mean, you're leaving out some big, like, you've got a lot of strength, at forward. Could we do something like, wow, can't we do champion? Can't we do champion Europe? Can't we do Surely we're better off doing that, aren't we? That surely works, Kennedy. Yeah, that's fair. I was using him to unlock the big boys and hoping for like a 60 out of him with XP. Yeah, maybe. 98. Yeah, 98 pick score is ridiculous, by the way. I would do something like that, personally. I think the 270 is really, really balanced in that sense. I think you're going to get a lot out of, well, hopefully a lot out of Livakovic with the 43. Quite a bit out of Alcaraz, and then, you expect these three boys to kind of pull their weight, of course, and Szymanski to kind of smash. But the Champ Europe team's good as well, if we're being honest. Like, it'd be nice if you had like a Bayern defender that could go in there, but, beggars can't be choosers. But yeah. Hope you enjoy those thoughts, Kennedy. And yeah, massive thanks, to becoming a member. Genuinely means the absolute world to me. Bit horse then. Rare 240, All-Star Rare, All-Star Rare Plus. So let's get this show on the road. We'll go Marvin Schwab. Excuse me. Simon Kajar, Ishmael Jacobs, Joaquin Miley. Let's see what we can do in midfield. Appreciate it. Might go get an Upa instead of Boscagli then. Been looking to get him anyways. Yeah, did I see? Yeah, Upa should be playing this. Upa and Delict. Maybe even get a Delict. I know Upa's been a bit better, but I don't know what their prices are. But yeah, mate, honestly, really do appreciate you becoming a member, Kennedy. And yeah, welcome to the channel, mate, honestly. I know you've been around for a while, but you know what I mean. Yeah, mate, genuinely really, really, really does mean a lot. Okay, Ibrahima Sissoko then. He could be okay for us. We need someone that's going to unlock the rest of the boys. Kramaric, Bailey, Gregorich could be decent. Silla. Let's go Gregorich. Are we thinking he's going to play? Let's have a look. AG plays. Hey, Harry, just got back from sports. Thanks for building my 240 earlier. No problem at all, AG. Absolute pleasure, mate. Genuinely. Is Gregorich? Yeah, Gregorich is on to play. So that leaves us a bit of room now then. So we could go Simon Kajar in here. Leave us 106. Could we go Palacios on a 47? What would that bring in? Could go Ishmael Jacobs. Is he... So what? Who's he playing for? Senegal, is that? Pretty sure that's Senegal, isn't it? He should start, shouldn't he? He's at 70. Okay. I guess it's semi-risky, isn't it? Schlotterbeck's been good, hasn't he? Or better. Yeah. Been pretty good. Bremen at home. That matchup's ridiculous, though. Got to go something like that. All-Star Rare, then. We go Cone or Bizot, because probably one. Common De Bruyne for 220. What's his L15, Jack? Let me know his L15. Is Griffo down to play? Surely Griffo plays, doesn't he? Yeah. We'll put Griffo in this lineup then. Problem is... I think his All-Star Rare Plus lineup could be better. Like if he plays that there... Sorry, lads. See, I think this looks a little bit better. and then go in like Rakitic. I don't know, but he wants me to build All-Star Rare first. So, BitHorse, I'll listen to you. Okay. We'll do Cone in here then. We'll do Kenny Lala, Griffo, Goodmanson, and Raum. Captain Raum. And then can you really back Kramaric? You've got to back Bailey, haven't you, really? I would do something like that, BitHorse. Hope you're happy with that, mate. Obviously, Kramaric is a play, but a way to buy and is just tough, isn't it, to look at? Right, Johnny, if you're still in the building, I still need to build your lineups, I think. So let me know if you're still in the building. But if not, I think that's us. It could be us done, lads. 3 hours and 3 minutes in. Johnny wants us to build his lineups, I believe. But I'm trying to find where he gave us his like the name of his here we go. Might as well stuff out there and smash. I'm just trying to find out which lineups you wanted me to build, Johnny. Johnny. Sorry. If not got time, squeeze him All-Star. Limited All-Star. Don't use English Prem, boys. Okay. Don't use Mario and goals. Don't use Prem players. In the building. He's in the building. Love that, Johnny. Okay, so don't use Mario. Okay, that's fine. So, Babacan. Lucas Zidane, decent. Okay. Have we got any defensive stacks that we can take advantage of? Not that I can see, but that's fine. We've got Sule, Porteous, Big Kieran. I'm going to back Davis here. I'm going to back Brandt. I'm going to back Ollie Watkins. Ooh, Lorison could be a play here. Fortuna bound to concede a couple, I think. Or Kingsley. Dan James. Babacan in goal. Probably got a back Ferdy, haven't you? But he's been a bit hot and cold recently. Oh, you said no Prem boys, didn't you? So I can't use Douglas Luiz. Porteous. Yaziki. Yeah, not easy. Not easy. Coleman's a shout, I would say, isn't he? But not in love with it. I'd probably go 30. Do something like that. And then 270. Probably Lucas Zidane. Porteous has been decent, haven't he? Yeah, he's been okay. He's been okay. Jean-Mario, Douglas Luiz, Arnaus. Yaziki could be an interesting one. It could allow us to unlock a bit more going forward, couldn't it? I think. Jack, have you got that Sabali guy in? Or is this... Yeah, which comment? Yeah, get Sabali. He's got an L15 of 0. He plays for Real Betis. I think he's going to play for Senegal this... you're worried about Sabali. Yeah, I mean... We can have a little look after this. But, I mean, I've bought his Ray. I'm backing him, to be fair. I'm backing Coleman in there as well. But yeah, we'll have a quick look after this, Jack, to be fair, mate. No stress. Do I fancy Sula? I don't really fancy him, you know. Probably go Porteous. We can't fit Jude in, which is annoying. Golovin. You got red carded. Yeah, I saw people were saying one day that he might be. Could go Marvin. I'd go with something like that, Johnny. And then if we want to find a player for 220. Juan Jesus. Juan Jesus will play for Napoli, I assume. Obviously had a stinker last game, by the way, but he could be a shout. You can't get Mikatoezi's card. He might be one of the... Well, Maxi Gomez. Could fit Maxi Gomez in, maybe. I'd say Maxi Gomez or Juan Jesus, mate, to be fair. They would be my my options. Well, our options. Right, lads, we're going to knock it on the head there. It's been a long night, to be fair, but I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you all have all the success this weekend. I haven't even built my lineups personally yet, so we'll get that done. I'll get that done tomorrow morning. But it's been a pleasure, lads. I'll catch you for the stream on Quinny's channel tomorrow if you're around for the deadline stream. Yeah, no worries at all, Jack. Hope you do well this weekend, mate, as all of you. And yeah, lads, I need some kip. So it's been a pleasure, and I will catch you tomorrow.